What would you say is absolute poison to life society? Bertrand Russell nailed it with the whole problem with the world is that fools and fanatics are always so certain of themselves, and wiser people so full of doubts. Opinion masquerading as journalism. Infinite scrolling. The near worship of celebrities and the powerful. Corporate influence on government policies. I've been stuck at home for the last 10 days with a sick toddler, so I'm gonna say cocomelon. Crabs in the bucket mentality. People ridiculing or just discouraging others' improvements makes everything worse. The monetization commodification of every little thing. Kinda broad, but an example is the pressure to capitalize on your hobbies and have a side hustle because even working full-time for so many folks isn't enough to be comfortable anymore. Sure, it's nice to make extra money if you can and you enjoy it, but the fact that it's almost expected nowadays as part of a no excuses grind culture mindset, i.e., well, why don't you do XYZ on the side if you need more money, instead of questioning why tons of people working full-time are in poverty, is beyond concerning. Parents who don't love their kids, and had them just like why not? Everybody has to be right, has always been the problem at it. I didn't believe this to explode like this. This feels somewhat funny. Plastic pollution. Social media. Greed. That's it. 99 comes back to greed. Tim. Disinformation, and it's more effective and faster than I would have never imagined. I grew up believing that democracy inoculated the USA from propaganda and disinformation. Nope. Social media and influencers. 1. Social media people choose to sacrifice their own future in order to look perfect to people they do not even know or care about. 2. Influencers. 90 of the so-called influencers nowadays are nothing more than a marketing tool. People that scream at their own followers with a megaphone in order to boost some corporation's annual earnings. Not to mention the lack of ad or sponsored labels, housing as speculative investments, rent-seeking. How many times do we have to go through oversaturated housing markets crashing the entire economy before we just outright ban this unproductive wealth siphon? Social media. I genuinely think that it causes nothing but problems. And I know it's kinda hypocritical to say that while still being on social media, but my thoughts are I don't want it to exist, but if it's going to, I don't want to be the only one not on it and missing out. And I'm pretty sure that's the same thoughts that influence tweens to get on it in the first place. It's lonely to feel like you're the odd one out. Especially when you're younger. Greed. The polarizing effect of social media algorithms and their tendency to give popular viewing to fringe extremist creators. Celebrity culture. Surprised no one has said alcohol. Abuse. Domestic, child, animal. Refined sugar. Materialism and extreme wealth. People who have extreme wealth usually have a lot of power, but are completely out of touch with how their decisions affect life for the rest of us. My brother's stank ass breath. Anti-intellectualism and the profound widespread influence of misinformation. Unnatural and impossible beauty standards. The need for stardom and popularity. Climate change. Eradication of wildlife, plant life. People prioritizing profit over ethical behavior. Facebook. People whose entire personality is their politics. Facebook. Our entire approach to food. Particularly in the United States. Working 8 hours, 5x a day to earn just enough to survive for your pay period and be expected to take your breaks at dedicated times and adhere to strict work policies because you're just a rat in the rat race. Me. Politics literally became a part of the entertainment industry, and now everyone thinks they're an arbiter of truth and knowledge. Arsenic. Gambling ads. Fucking cancer. TikTok. The Kardashians. Social media. It completely destroys people's body image because of fake body standards and bullies. Payday lending companies and mosquitoes. Social media. Greed, murder, deceit. I personally feel it is alcohol. I wouldn't have said that a decade ago, but I have seen what this poison can do to the human body, and it is terrifying. What puzzles me is that the amount of damage it does is not a secret. Still, it's not a big deal when someone orders a drink. It's not a big deal when someone leaves a liquor store. The people I have lost were not bad people, they were good, hardworking, moms, dads, brothers, sisters, daughters, sons and friends. Anyways, that is my answer. Alcohol, in my opinion, is an absolute poison to life society. I'm unhappy. Therefore, you must change. Dogmatism in any form. Most commonly religion and extreme political currents. Social media has made everyone toxic and negative. You don't agree with my opinion, you're a fucking troll, and now the whole world is gonna know you're a piece of shit because you think differently than I do. A 100 probably will get downvoted, but porn is poison to us. That shit seriously messes with the brain and we don't even realize it. The business behind it will make sure to let you know it's all natural and healthy, but it absolutely isn't. Greed, toxic masculinity, femininity, also lack of empathy in the world. Judging people's lives based on social media. Nobody's life is perfect. Do not fall for it. Obscene amounts of money in the hands of only a few people. Political parties. The internet is the greatest and worst invention. It connected the world together and then distanced us from each other. But as far as straight poison cancer disease, the mega rich, their impact on society is killing us in so many aspects that I now seriously worry about the world our children are inheriting. Censorship. Please don't ban me. Alcohol. Social media. I hate to say it, but the internet smartphone. 95% of it is amazing. But there is a percentage that is just the worst part of humanity. And it's truly like one apple spoiling the bunch. Having a cell and being able to be in contact, great ad and texting, and videos and social media, and it just snowballs. The growing amounts of normalized plastic in our food products. Fast fashion, consumerism, global supply optimization, tribalism, religion, organized, I guess. Humans edit consensus. Billionaires. They're too powerful. Ghosting someone. I've done it. I've had it done to me. Why do we do this to each other? It really sucks. Political lobbying. Sugar. I've said it once and I'll say it, like a dozen or so more times, I guess. Apathy. If people were forced into caring as part of their natural programming, the world would be a much different place. Everything in the world suddenly becomes important, something worth doing because, well, you care. Cancer. Unreasonably high costs of living. Politics. Influencers are the most toxic thing to happen in decades. And they are mostly totally full of shit. The fact that our young people aspire to be like them makes me weep. Nuclear weapons. To put it simply, the worst thing about humans and their society are the humans themselves. Obnoxiously rich people, like the ones that have 1,000 times more than they would ever need. Religion. Social media and evilness. Toxicity regarding letting people just live and feeling the need to shame so many people. I'm 22, have no interest in driving and don't need to for my job, but guess what? Doesn't stop people from constantly judging me for not wanting to and telling me how much better my life will be when I drive. What they don't mention is the nightmare that parking is, the fees and financial burden where I'm otherwise saving, fines, anxiety that you may kill someone if you make a single mistake, and the fact sometimes it's inconvenient to have a car. This is a much smaller part of this issue and I'm focusing on it to try and not bring the post down too much or rehash what's already been said too much, but it's one that's brought up at least 2 to 3 times a day. I am not shitting you. I've had people say the way I express myself to be wrong, my sexuality, my style, my voice, my body, my entire existence. Everyone thinks it's okay to tell me they think it's wrong. Everyone wants to have an opinion and they think their input is more important than my own opinion of myself or my reasoning just because I want to live my life marginally differently than them. Organized religion. TikTok. Religion. Greed. Politicians. Politics. The Federal Reserve. Narcissism.
I hope you all are doing well, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to like if you enjoyed this video. If you have something to say critically or otherwise, leave a comment. And if you enjoy this content, don't forget to subscribe to see more of it. I hope you all have wonderful and fulfilled lives.